Good morning to all. This is Dr. Sivakant Pathak. Here teach to Energy Science and Engineering. In this Energy Science and Engineering, today I am going to take a topic, fluid dynamics and power of wind. Fluid, first of all I want to take term fluid. The meaning of the fluid is a thing which can flow. Liquid and gases under come category of the fluid. It's clear? So the motion of this fluid means motion of liquid and gases we will see under this topic, under the fluid dynamics. This fluid dynamics describe the motion of a fluid, flow of fluid, that is flow of liquid and gases. It has several parts, many parts, including aerodynamics, in which we are studying air and other gases in a motion, and hydrodynamics, the study of liquid in a motion. So these two parts mainly are very important, although it has several parts, in which first part the study of air and gases under the topic aerodynamics, and the motion of the water, motion of the liquid under the hydrodynamics. Hydro means hydrogen is a component of water, so it is called also water dynamics or hydrodynamics. We want, before to start the fluid dynamics and the topic which is a related power of wind in it, let us know clearly about some of the parameters, some of the technological term used in this. It is important to know, and with help of that it will be very easy to explain the things. First of all, we want to see the fluid statics. Fluid statics is also part of fluid mechanics, which study the fluid at rest. It is a study of the condition under which fluid are rest in stable equilibrium and oppose the motion. Oppose the motion. Motion means under the fluid dynamics. And this is the study of fluid motion. So let us move forward. A fluid dynamics we want to see. Fluid dynamics provides method of studying the evolution of a star, ocean currents, weather patterns, climate changes, plate tectonics, and even blood circulations we can also study in fluid dynamics. Some important technological applications of fluid dynamics include rocket engine, wind turbine, oil pipelines, and air conditioning system. A lot of areas are available where the fluid dynamics and fluid statics is applicable. It had a wide scope. We are knowing that either liquid or gases, this fluid flow only from higher pressure to lower pressure. When we use word higher pressure to lower pressure, it is in case of air. It is in case of air. Wind flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. This pressure maintains due to the different pressure at different places, and this wind flow to equalize the pressure at both points. Suppose at one pressure, at one point, at one location, pressure increases due to the percentage of water vapor and other sun and other parameters, and another place if pressure decreases, low pressure area develops. So winds flow higher pressure area to low pressure area to equalize the pressures at both places. And liquid flow from higher height to lower height. Liquid also flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. Normally it is considered from higher height to lower height. Here gravity field is effective in the case. So it is due to pressure difference or height differences. Pressure difference especially in case of air or wind, and height difference especially in case of liquid. With nature of the fluid, this fluid can be divided under many categories. Some important category, especially in 4 types. In this ideal fluid, under the first category, ideal fluid is in which have zero compressibility and non-viscosity. No viscosity and zero compressibility. You are knowing that non-viscous means when you disturb the liquid, the motion between the layer of fluid is continue up to an infinite time. No viscous force, that is the frictional force, acting between the surface of fluid. If a fluid showing this property is known as non-viscous liquid. Zero compressibility means when you apply a force, shear, stress on the surface of a fluid, no change in volume, no strain is possible. Then a fluid is said to be zero compressible. No fluid is. If a fluid contains these two properties of zero compressibility and non-viscosity, is come under the category of ideal fluid. But in real practice, no liquid have zero compressibility and non-viscosity or zero viscosity. Second is real fluid. Real fluid are compressible in nature, has a viscosity in this. The third one is Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid. We'll discuss on Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid in the end of this lecture. Normally, the flowing of this fluid generally broken into 2 categories. One, laminar flow, and another is called turbulent flow. In a laminar flow, the flow of fluid in a straight line, in which all particles in fluid are moving in a straight line. If wind or liquid, air or liquid is blowing, moving from one place to another place under in laminar flow, in a straight line flow, is considered under this category. The second type of fluid flow is turbulent fluid. Turbulent flow means flow of particles in zigzag path. When velocity of a fluid is crosses just a particular value of velocity, which called critical velocity, means we can say when flow of fluid is just over the critical velocity, the laminar flow converted into turbulent flow. Mathematically, we can say that when velocity of fluid is below to critical velocity or up to critical velocity, the motion of the fluid particle in a straight line, that is called a laminar flow. And when just velocity crosses critical velocity, this laminar flow converted into turbulent flow. The flow of fluid is also a part of fluid mechanics, especially fluid dynamics. In fluid, we are considering gases and liquid in motion. It involves motion of fluid subjected to unbalanced force. This motion is due to the forces. This unbalanced forces is gravity. We have already explained, from higher height to lower height, the flow of water. and the flow continue as long as water is available and the mug is tilted. These are the some examples which shows. When we take wind as an example of a fluid, the motion of wind which is produced by uneven heating of Earth's surface by sun. We are knowing that and every part of the Earth's surface, the heat radiations are not reaching in same proportions, in same intensity. In some places straight it's reaching and in other places in the slanting ways. And due to the uneven surface of Earth, the intensity of the the sun radiations are not equally distributed. So under these cases, Earth's surface is made of various land, water formations. It absorbs different portions of energy. It radiates that unevenly. Some the places more, some are the places are less. At these the conditions, the different pressures, atmospheric pressures is set up at different places. These two factors are responsible for the wind dynamics and wind directions. We want to move our lecture direction in the direction of wind. We have just started the wind. Wind is produced. The motion of wind happens when basically different pressures are produced at different locations. Our pressure difference is set up. This pressure difference is set up due to different regions which is explained just before it. Due to this pressure difference, a power is generated in the wind, and power of wind is totally depend on the pressure difference between the places. And this is due to a thermal energy, especially radiant sun energy absorbed at different places due to different conditions. This energy, actually this pressure difference is due to this wind energy, and wind power or wind energy is the use of wind to provide the mechanical power through wind turbines to run electric generators to produce electricity. Traditionally, other words like milling or pumping, wind power is sustainable and renewable energy. It is a clean energy and has a much smaller impact on environment. It has very less impact on environment as compared to fossil fuel. In case of fossil fuel, we have discussed just before this lecture, fossil fuel, it's react with oxygen, produces carbon dioxide, and this production of carbon dioxide is mainly responsible for increase in temperature of the environment, that is the global warming. Wind turbines, wind energy is utilized to run the wind turbine. It's convert kinetic energy of the wind into the mechanical power. This mechanical power can be used for various tasks such as grinding grains, pumping waters, generating electricity at power homes, business, schools, different locations according to power of the wind. Wind turbine works on a simple principle. Instead of using electricity to make wind fan we can make. Wind turbines use wind to make electricity. Wind turns the propeller like blades of a turbine around the rotor. which spins a generator which create electricity. So wind energy, wind power can be utilized in various way. It is very important way to complete the demand of the energy. This is a very important alternative source of energy. It has very less pollutions in comparison to the burning of coal, burning of crude oil, petroleum product, or burning of natural gases. It has very advantage. We can list this advantage of wind power. The one is it is very cost effective when these rotors and things are set up once. No input cost is required. Once this whole setup is made to generate this wind energy, either in form of electrical energy, mechanical energy, whatever in the need. Once whole setup is made, then no input cost is required in this case. It creates job also. So to set up these plants, the devices are required. It enables industry growth, and it is clean fuel source, just I explained earlier, just before this. This is also called domestic source of energy. We have not to go anywhere to buy the fuel for it. It is available in the area. It is sustainable. Wind turbines can be built on existing farms and ranges. Wind farms. Available sources of wind energy. Available sources of wind energy, the availability and use in the wind energy, it is measure of the potential for wind turbine or wind farm to generate electrical power. If a turbine is available, the turbine of specification, the power can be generated. This is clean, free, readily available, renewable source of energy. Each day around the world, wind turbines are capable the wind power to convert into electricity. Humans use this wind energy, flow and motion of energy for many purposes: sailing, flying a kite, even generating electricity. The term wind energy and wind power both describe the process by which the wind is used to generate mechanical power or electrical energy. It is works on the law of conservation of energy called wind energy conservation. This is one way to conserve the wind energy by using a generator system that powered by the wind turbine, and this wind turbine is made up of rotor, a series of blade and a shaft. As a result, wind blow against the blade, the rotor turns the shaft. As the generator spins, electrical power and energy is converted. This stored energy can be utilized for any type of work, any type of desired work. If area of this wind is set up, that is called a wind farm, so maximum energy, the power of the electrical energy can be increased. We are going to see the fluid once more. The physics of the fluid. Just before the wind, we are discussing about the type of wind, four types of the wind: real fluid, ideal fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid. We have discussed fluids, discussed fluid dynamics, discussed fluid statics, discussed in the case. Let us proceed the fluid dynamics and the things. In this, a fluid is a substance that continuously deforms under and applied shear stress, means applied force, that is external force. Fluid are the phase of matter that includes liquid, gases. You can include plasma also. This you are knowing, this is the new state of matter. They are substances which have a zero shear modulus, or in simpler terms, substance which cannot resist any shear force applied to them. A fluid said to be ideal, which have zero compressibility and non-viscosity. This fluid power is a working fluid in a gas or liquid that transforms force, motion and mechanical energy. See, very important. When fluid flow, it transfer, very important point, energy. Transfers force, motion and mechanical energy. This is the very important. Some gases are condensed into liquid as they are compressed and boiled as the pressure is reduced. See, very important. When you want to transfer the force, when we want to transfer the energy, when you want to transfer the motion, fluid can be utilized. You are knowing the brake system. Brake in the vehicles is dependent on it, which works on a Pascal law. This fluid mechanics, once we want to see once more, a general look on that. Fluid at rest, fluid at motion, two parts. A fluid is a substance that can flow or continually deforms under the applied shear strain. This is a very important. Under an applied shear stress, unlike solid, fluid can change their shape readily. So mechanical behavior cannot be described in terms of mechanics of rigid body of this. To understand the fluid mechanics, viscosity and viscous force is much more important to see in this case. Viscosity is same like a frictional force. This friction force or viscous force acting between the layer of the fluid, layer of the liquid and gas, and it can change the shape, movement of neighboring portion relative to one another. Viscosity denotes opposition of flow. When viscous force acts between the two fluid surface, it opposes the motion, opposes the flow. The reciprocal of the viscosity is called fluidicity, a measurement of the ease of flow. For example, fluid has a greater viscosity than water. The SI unit of the viscosity, dynamic viscosity, that is the Pascal second. This is named after scientist Poiseuille. It is commonly expressed particularly in ASTM standard as centipoise, since the latter it is equal to SI multiple millipascal seconds. Viscosity is opposing force, frictional force. It opposes the motion of flow, it resistances the motion of flow. this viscosity is dependent on two quantity. First, it is dependent on the surface area on which two liquid surfaces, two gas surfaces, or two different fluid surfaces. These fluid surfaces may be liquid or gas or plasma. Any two of them is dependent on area. Means this viscous force is directly proportional to the area of contact. And second is, it is also directly proportional to the velocity gradient. For example, in liquid, the larger the intermolecular force, the higher the viscosity. It is also one of. The other factor is also viscosity dependent on temperature. Viscosity of the fluid is dependent on temperature. Let us see the parameters on which this viscous force, this frictional force acting between the fluid surface depend. The one is temperature. Second is intermolecular forces acts on the fluid. It's naturally it depends on the specific property of the fluid. The intermolecular forces is different in a different fluids. So it is called the intrinsic property of the fluid. Third is area of the contact of the fluid surfaces, and the last, velocity gradient. There are two types of velocities normally reported, that is the kinetic and dynamic. Dynamic velocity is in the relationship between the shear stress and the shear rate in the fluid, whereas kinetic viscosity is the relationship between viscous and internal forces of a fluid. This whole explanation is under Newton's law of viscosity, in which all four parameters, right? At a constant temperature, mathematically, for a streamline flow, the Newton's law of viscosity states, for a streamline flow, laminar flow, a viscous force acts tangentially on layer of fluid is directly proportional to the surface area and the velocity gradient at constant temperature. And this is given by this formula here, and a graph is given between this shear stress and velocity. This is a formula where mu denotes the dynamic viscosity, tau is the shear stress, that is the force per unit area, pressure, du by dy is velocity gradient, that is the rate of shear deformations. Let us see a non-Newtonian fluid. Non-Newtonian fluid is those fluids which does not follow Newton's law of viscosity. That is constant viscosity independence of stress. The non-Newtonian fluid viscosity can be changed when under the force is either more liquid or more solid. Therefore, a constant coefficient of viscosity cannot be defined. So, to define the constant coefficient of viscosity into a Newtonian dynamics is came into existence. This is for today. Thank you and have a nice day.